answer my question. So the answer to the question was, Opa Art, his stepfather, Carl Lindemann Sr., had a son, Carl Lindemann Jr., with a different woman before the Carl Lindemann Jr. that I knew. And that Carl married Miep as the second husband. And so Opa was visiting his somewhat sister-in-law when that happened.
Well, that was in 1945.
Yeah. Okay. So,
well, that I decided I was going to marry him.
yeah.
And I come home, and in the morning I told my mom, I said, well, I'm going to do this and that, and I'll be a designer, go to Paris, and I come home and I say, well, Mom, something happened to me. I just met the guy I'm going to marry. She says, what? I said, yeah, I said, it's a wonderful guy, and she says, how do you know that? I said, I don't know, but I know in the future I will marry him. And he said the same. So, and then Miep, I told Miep, I went back there, and I said, well, I thought he was really nice. He says, oh, she says, he is so nice. He says, he couldn't stop talking about you all the time. I said, well, and I cannot stop talking about him all the time. She said, yeah, you think you like him? I said, I think I could love him. And it was so hard for me to say that because I was so scared to love that you can get hurt. So, and then we had it was April the 16th, and May the 10th we were free. We were free. So, and then you were free to go on the street, and the streetcars were going again, and it was easier to get transportation to go to Miep. So I went to Miep, and then I met him again, and then he came in a uniform because he was joined the Dutch Marines, and he had a Dutch Marine uniform on, and he was gaining weight, and he was very handsome, and I thought he was fantastic. And then he said, well, we can go dancing, and you want to go dancing? I said, yeah, that will be nice. He said, okay, I will pick you up Saturday night. And I made it that I could stay with Miep there, a few days. So, and then we went dancing, and he came that time in a beautiful gray suit, a white shirt, and he was so handsome, and I thought, my gosh, and I had something that I thought I was also looking very nice, because I was 8. Yeah, by that time I was 18. And we were dancing, and then it was kind of sweaty, and at once I see that his collar from his shirt is sticking out. It was a paper, how to say it now, a paper collar, a border collar, and you could buy those 6 for $1 for whatever. And that was how he got a hold of it, that he could wear a white shirt, because you didn't have any clothes, there was nothing. His parents, they were really bummed, there was nothing left over. And I said, Ma, you dance like an angel. He says, oh yeah, so flirting-wise. He said, yeah, you look really nice. She said, it's only that it sticks out a little. He says, sticks out a little? He said, oh, I will be back in a minute. And he had another pair in his pocket. Because we always had a lot of love and joy, and it was always good. So, and then we had a few more of those outings, and I said, well, you better tell my mother that you are interested in me and ask for my hand. And then by that time, and he said, and my father also. But he didn't ask me to marry him yet. But I didn't know that because I was planning to marry him anyhow.
It was just a done decision.
Yeah, and then it was before that time, and then there was a big festival thing in the harbor, and we had to go to the park, and he was, by that time, a bus driver. He had his big truck, and it was Fietje, and painted on the top. A lot of the soldiers, they did have the name from the girl they loved, or from the husband, from the wives that they had. They put it on the cars that they were driving, because then they didn't have any bother with other girls, because they could say, and he was also wearing a wedding ring on his right hand. But he didn't marry me. He didn't ask me to marry him yet. So, but I thought, well, that's okay, it's not necessary, because I'm going to marry him. And then we are walking with all those, let's say hundreds of people on the sidewalk, and we are walking, and then he stops in the middle of it, and all those people are stopping also, because they couldn't go on. And he says, Pietje, I didn't do this officially, but do you want to marry me? Ik zei, ja, natuurlijk. Why do you have to ask that? So yeah, and the people who were standing around us, they said, oh, you know. And it was a very romantic proposal that I got.
In a crosswalk.
Eh?
In the middle of the street.
In the middle of the street, yeah. There was no, we didn't know anything about menace or so, or what was going on, a bit falling on your knees and asking, do you want to marry me? So, and that was after that time that he started to wear a wedding ring, but was, yeah, nothing. Was a cup or something, because he had to transport all the people who were coming back from all the different countries and things to bring them home. So he had to go from Rotterdam to Den Helder, all over the town. He says, I have so much trouble with all those ladies who are coming back, saying, well, all flirting with me. So yeah, you don't know how to flirt, you know, because he was a flirt. And when I lost him, I said, where is she? You know, there's a whole cover of girls around him, or ladies around him. I said, oh, he did the bindle of it. It's okay, he's going home with me anyhow.
Wow. Well, we will stop there for now. That's awesome.
Yeah.